Thank you and welcome to my channel, Simply Your World, where we discuss past and present events that will affect you if they haven't already. This is the exact embodiment of what Dr. Umar Johnson be talking about, right? The level of disrespect you will get and can get in the court system, whether you're white, black, especially if you're black, and dealing with the Caucasian woman, they can do basically whatever they want to do, and they will definitely get off. And this is one of the wildest stories I've ever seen or heard of, because, I've been smoking bud for a long time, and I ain't never in my life felt like I wanted to stab a motherfucker, especially the person that I'm dating. You know what I mean? You see the title, Woman Gets No Jail Time After Stabbing Man 108 Times. Before I start the video, I want to talk about how we see all these different reels, all these different stories, over and over, up and down. We're being bombarded psychologically by the black man and the black woman's dysfunction with each other, to say the least. But we see stories like this been going on since, actually, I think this happened in 2018, and this just, I guess she just got charged for it, or just whatever the case is, and she gets no jail time. From the way I see it, I don't know if I just got up on the story or however it's going on, but whatever happened or however the timeline's going, she didn't get no jail time. She only got community service for her heinous acts of stabbing her boyfriend 108 times. And the reason being is off just smoking weed out of a bong. And after the testimony came out, the weed wasn't laced, and she still got no jail time and only 100 hours of community service. She got 1 hour, basically, less than an hour for each time she stabbed this man. Check this shit out.
Killing her boyfriend by stabbing him 108 times. And now there is fury over the fact that she has been spared jail time after the judge ruled she was not in control because she'd been smoking pot. The victim's father says everyone who smokes marijuana in California has been given the license to kill. Jim Murray has our report, and we warn some video may be intense for some viewers.
Could there be a more open and shut case?
Literally having videotape of her in the act, kneeling over my son, covered in his blood.
The accusation was shocking. 33-year-old Bryn Spetcher stabbed her boyfriend, Chad Amelia, 108 times across his body. Video from the scene in Thousand Oaks, California, shows the woman on a stretcher covered in blood. After stabbing her boyfriend, she turned the knife on herself, stabbing herself in the neck 43 times. She also stabbed her dog. A jury found her guilty of involuntary
All right, let's go back a couple seconds. This is their definition of being stabbed in the neck 47 times. 47 times? Really? Oh my God. This is exactly what I'm saying. There's no reason. The black woman produces every shade of woman and man, from high yellow to stupid ass black. You know what I mean? She done this to another white man, and she got off. What the hell you think you gonna get, nigga? And you see it over and over. That movie Us, or Get Out, I think it was Get Out, told you what it was. Still wasn't paying attention though, I guess.
And friends of the 26-year-old victim were certain she would get serious prison time. They held a rally outside the courthouse, urging the judge to hand down a tough sentence. Instead, what did she get? Not 1 day in jail, just 100 hours of community service.
Well, I got to tell you, I really felt betrayed by the system. I felt that the system had failed. I don't understand how you go from stabbing somebody 108 times and then you get community service.
So how did Bryn Spetcher get off so easy? The judge ruled she committed the crime after smoking highly potent marijuana and was in the throes of marijuana-induced psychosis and had no control over her actions. Bryn Spetcher claims her boyfriend never told her that marijuana was especially strong when he gave it to her to smoke.
The pathetic defense here has been to blame the victim.
Everybody that smokes weed know this is bullshit. They know this is bullshit. I know this is bullshit. If you're watching, you know this is bullshit. You know, but the bigger thing is, why ain't nobody talking about this? I guess you can say, well, it don't matter. She convicted now. It's a lot of shit that happens in our community that should be swept under the rug that don't matter, maybe kept between us. Our shit is on display for the entire world to see. But when things like this come up, nobody decides to make reels about it. Nobody makes videos about it. Nobody makes shorts about it. Nothing. In my last video, I said, you know, black folks always talking about white folks want to have a savior complex. Black folks have a want to be saved complex and cannot bring themselves to dishing out ridicule and also self-love and cohesion with our own community to go after and to make sure these type of things are upheld versus our issues. Well, you say, well, should none of it be upheld? Okay, cool. Fuck it. Should none of it be upheld? But since we're upholding things like we know we do, why come this is not being upheld in the light? Because I ain't seen nobody talk about this shit. And if it do come across your feed, it's very, very seldom and fleeting. Or maybe they're suppressing it. I don't know. But I know that this shit right here ain't coming across my feed like that in the form of a real short or none of that shit. Check this out, man. Let's keep going.
Let's blame the person that's been stabbed 108 times. It was ridiculous.
Deputy District Attorney Audrey Nafziger prosecuted the case.
It's a complete miscarriage of justice. It's a slap in the face to the victim and their family. And I think it harms victims everywhere. It sets a dangerous precedent for our country.
Was Chad basically blamed for his own death?
Absolutely.
In addition to community service, Spetcher was put on probation for 2 years.
All right. We see the fuckery. We know that it goes on constantly. But people are constantly saying these kind of things don't happen. These are isolated incidents or just whatever. Let's say it's an isolated incident. Why don't we hear about it? Still. It's not on the news the way it should be. It's not pumped over and over all night long. You don't have black people. You don't have Corey Holcomb talking about it. You don't have Mike Epps talking about it. You don't have Shannon Sharp talking about it. You don't have none of these people talking about it. But anytime something happens to a black man or a black man does something, say something, steps the wrong way, breathes the wrong way, everybody want to talk about it. And you know I ain't bullshitting. It shouldn't be like that. You know it shouldn't be like that. That's why shit's going the way that it's going with us, because there is no cohesion at all. You say, well, damn, B, what this got to do with us? Man, you know damn well what this got to do with us. Because we don't talk about it. Why come these things? That's the whole reason why I brought this up tonight. Why are we not talking about these type of things over and over? I'm going to say it over and over. Like we should be saying it over and over. I'm saying it over and over on this show. Why are we not talking about these kind of things? I really don't need to say nothing else. The show speaks for itself. Now, everybody, any black man in California to use this same story, watch his ass go straight to jail. I smoked some weed and I killed the nigga. You going straight to jail. And you know it, I know it, we know it. There's no need to keep on talking about it. You know, I'm going to end it right here. I have nothing else to say about it. It's just pretty much spoke for itself. So, until then, y'all have a good night.